too complicated and so on and so forth, and it was a lot of like very heavy topics, and you wanted to have it more fun, and we completely understand that. The thing is that legally, based on the CSA, so the law of Belgium for visit via ASBL, it's mandatory for us to have at least 2 meetings based on our statute 3 where we vote on documents. And if we vote on documents, we need to send them 2 weeks prior and we need to present them. So we cannot just send it to you, vote on it here, and then keep up with the funnier sessions and the more interesting ones. We have no choice but to do so. So I just wanted to make that clear for everyone that we are really trying to put as much fun as we can in those general assemblies and as much interesting stuff for you. But the legal side of it, we cannot just skip it. We can try to go fast, we can try to make it better, more interesting, make it more easy for you, but we cannot just erase it completely, just legally wise. And if you were there like 4 years ago, I think you'd see there's already a big improvement from the presidents before Laurie to this day on how general assemblies are being done. And we're each time trying to, and we're each time taking your feedback into consideration. But just try to keep that in mind when you come to a BNP, that we're not making it because we want to, but because we have to. Thank you very much. And that was it for the whole announcements.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. We will now be doing our quorum check.
Game has it. No, Jessy has it. Sorry.
And can I have my 2 scrutineers coming down, please?
Oh yeah, of course. Starting a bad gang. Try again.
And now we will be doing our quorum check question. Wait for it. To make sure that everybody's here with the voting device. And the question is, what is Adelina hiding under her bonnet? So, vote green for no as good behavior, red for the rats, and red two, or blue for almost 15,000 euros, which is the green check from the finances. And please make sure to raise it up and high so that we can count them. Thank you.
Count in your head. We're supposed to have 3 pieces. Yeah. So we're missing one.
Please raise them high up.
Yeah, high.
Thank you.
And facing us. Thank you. Yeah, there's one all the way over there. Can I just ask which hand is for which section?
Like the color?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter. This one is Brussels, this one is smooth.
Okay. I just need to put who voted what.
Great, amazing. Thank you very much. Yes. The major answer was blue. Anyways, we will now be doing a morning stretch.
Does the OC have a morning stretch or?
Yes.
I have a morning stretch.
Okay.
Oh,
no.
I heard no.
Is it the same one from BNP Brussels?
We are just gonna do the rock, paper, scissors with the body. I just have it. Yes.
Ami, you've had a chance of giving an before we ask Amy's voice?
Okay, I mean, you're
Okay, please everyone stand up. Make sure you have room to move. Ame is gonna make you.
Glen. All the lanyards.
No, dummy. I was like, what are you holding here?
Water.
Hydrate.
Oh, it's a new one. Oh wow. Did you get
Okay, let's just start with your head and just go like make circles with your head. Don't forget to do the other side. And now your shoulders very go to the back. And now to the front.
Rim is yawning while doing the head.
I'm just winging it, okay? Oh, now maybe some, I don't know what they're called, but like this. Now we're going to do something with the legs, maybe to get them a little bit loose, so let's just say we do like this. And I don't know if that's really possible where you're at. Okay, find a partner so you can do something together with them. Okay, just stand back to back.
Basically, you need to lay on the other person's back and you reach the chair position by putting your weight, mutually your weight. You need to put more weight on his back. Yes, exactly. Not too much. Let's minus Okay, this is up to the max. We will try something easier because I think that the sport skills here are not that good. So you will grab your partner's hands. You will be that's enough.
What are these? It's from Google. Oh,
You
the
grab
kitchen.
your partner's hands. And you reach the chair back. Thank you. And come on, this is super easy. The people who cannot do it I'm just Okay, that was already a little better. What was the last one you wanted to do? Okay, the next one is easy as well. Grab your partner like this, if you're comfortable. And you will, you will put your hand here, your foot here.
De Barga.
Okay, thank you very much. I think you're all stretched out.
I didn't get it. I didn't think that through fully how that was going to work.
Thank you. I hope everyone is awake and feels stretched and energized, because we are about to proceed with the big things. Which is going to be the voting round number 1. Can I please have my scrutineers once more back down?
Hear from the voting delegates who doesn't have access to the section's email. So that's the at esnbelgium.org for HEPL. We're going to send both to UDH. So that's good, and that's the same for Brussels. We're going to send the 2 forms to you. Over there, you don't have access? Okay, you don't need either? Okay, you have to check. Come to me, and I'm going to give you the access right after we are done explaining and before the voting starts.
So, because I'm sure that everyone paid attention yesterday to how the procedures are going to be.
Sorry, I'm making the emails for the voting forms.
This is how the voting process is going to go. So, you will have 5 items to vote on. And to explain them, number 1 is going to be the Amendment 1 to the standing orders and Amendment 1 to the statutes. The condition is that they're linked together, so if you vote for one, that means you have to vote for the other because they are in this together. The second vote to vote on is going to be the task description. What's the condition? Well, the outcome of Amendment 1 to the statutes and 1 to the standing orders will be what's next. If this condition is respected and voted on, then you will be able to vote on the task description. If, however, if the condition is no, it doesn't get passed on the vote on, then we have to skip this. The third item is going to be the task description if Amendment 1 is voted on. So the outcome is going to be Amendment 4, which is FBI to become B network. Again, this was mentioned yesterday. I hope you remember and pay attention. So the condition, if this passes, this will go on to version number 2 or V2, and it will use B network. However, if it doesn't get majority and doesn't get voted on, then we will stick with version 1, and it will stay FBI. The fourth item to vote on is going to be the B impacts creation. Again, this will depend on the outcome of amendment number 1 with the position may change. If the condition is yes, meaning it gets voted on with the simple majority, then we will be using education and advocacy officer. If, however, it doesn't get majority, it doesn't get voted and passed, we will stay with education officer. The fifth and last item to vote on is going to be the PPP name updates. Once more, this will depend on the outcome of amendment number 1, which is once more the position name change. If this gets voted on, it will be updated, otherwise it will be skipped. So those are the rules of the game. Do you have any questions before we proceed? Now is the time to ask questions because this is really complicated, unless I'm the only one.
Okay, so for who has never voted with an ESN before? That is voting today. Okay, so how it is, because it's anonymous, so we, the NDNC, don't look at the votes, of course, that you know, but we're going to walk around and give you a specific token. What's the theme, Glen, this time? For the voting. You mean the theme and the tokens?
Brother, sorry.
For the votings, you made the theme and the tokens that we give to each section. What's the theme?
Sorry, I was not prepared for that one. Apologies.
The theme for voting?
Yeah.
Following it, so it's not. Okay.
What's the theme?
Okay, we need that. So, what is it? No, for all rounds. Which farm animal are you? Or just farm animal and you put it as a question? And make sure you don't record email addresses. Okay, so sorry for that. So we're going to give, the theme is farm animals. We need it to come in one pass, don't judge. So one of us is going to give all of you a farm animal. And when you're voting, so in each of the 3 forms, there's going to be a question, which farm animal are you? And you're going to have to put that animal. So for Liège and ULB, you're going to have 2, as you're going to have 2 voting forms each time because you're voting for 2 sections. What was I going to say? And that is just for us to make sure, because they are not going to be aware of whose section is which animal. They're just going to be aware of the list of all animals. So let's say we see that the pig hasn't voted yet. We can say the section pig hasn't voted yet. We don't know who it is. Or section cow or whatever. And so we can make sure that everyone voted and it's going faster and that it's anonymous. Please, if you're section cow and we call you, don't react like, oh yes, it's us. Because otherwise we have to redo the whole voting of the 3 rounds. Okay? Does that make sense for everyone? Okay. We're gonna go.
That's the list. Do you want me to send this picture?
Oh. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and give them to you. And while you're voting, the whole NBNC is gonna be out of the room. Of course, we're not staying here when you vote. Just over there, come to me so I can give you the access to the email address and then we leave. Thank you.
Yeah. And then to
No, because
It's
we're
not
not
the same
collecting
ones.
email addresses,
Okay.
so normally it doesn't count. But
I
I
can
think
use my personal one.
I think you have to use.
I don't think it asks for it.
It's I'm wait. No, because you have a Google account.
It's not.
It's not open for everyone.
Try to use still the ESN Liège because I'm not sure if the form is accessible to everyone or just the emails within the network.
But I remember last time when we connect both, we have the same situation, when we connect both the ESN Liège, we couldn't fill up twice the form.
Okay, so Glen, just make sure that the form is public for everyone and not just people within the organization. Okay, so you can do it with your own email. You just put the draft, and you put it on the second slide, not the first one. Yeah, Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's supposed to be, but it's on the.
Sorry, it's not.
It's on the same.
Let's meet your colleague first.
Yeah, I thought so. No worries.
That's what happened to me.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I thought so. I was looking at the agenda. I was like, it's not ours.
Sorry, people. Quick voodoo on my side. There's going to be a mutual colleague session first before the presentation of Cameron and Robin. So I'll let Noah explain what this is about.
So yes, meet your colleagues. It's just the whole time that we have with position-specific people. So presidents are going to go with presidents, and HR are going to go with HR, vice president with vice president, and so on and so forth. But to do that, I'm going to quickly ask to see which positions you have. So when I say your position, raise your hand, please. So for presidents, how many do we have?
Wait, that's just.
Okay, you're gonna come with me as soon as we're done with that.
Are we doing it together with you?
For HR and vice presidents, how many do we have? Raise your hands. Okay, so you're gonna go with Sankara and Fee. Okay. Do you have any secretary? Oh, first time we have that much. You're gonna go with Jessy. What? And take your computer with you. Do we have any LR? Raise your hands high so I can see. Okay, you're gonna go with Margot. Then, do we have any?
Are you doing it together or separately?
Okay, can I have the treasurers raise their hands? Treasurers, and if you're sitting in the, there's only one there, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, and partnership managers, raise your hands. Okay, so partnership managers and treasurers are going to go to with Ame and Adelina. Then we have, do we have any?
You're taking events again and training?
Training, events, or education? Raise your hand. And training, events, trips, raise your hands. Okay, you're going to go with Cameron. And then do we have any communication manager? Good. You're going with the Darga. Is there any position I didn't mention? If you're in a position I didn't mention, raise your hands. IT. Okay, Glen. IT, you're going to go with Glen.
Hello there, my single
Any
friend.
other position I didn't mention? Communication member, you can go with communication manager, so with the Varga. Any other position?
Yeah, with me.
Okay. Any other position we didn't mention? No? Anyone has their buddy? Is there someone raising their hand? So yes, we are going to try to shorten it to 30 minutes just because we are way behind schedule. It was initially planned for 40, but we're around 1 hour late right now. So yeah, depending on what's being brought, of course, but let's try to keep it to 30 minutes. Yeah, we can just do the division now, so just go to your NBNC member and then we're gonna go. Oh, wait, quick mention.
Hi, are you Glen?
Before we forget,
Yeah, you're IT manager?
probably
I'm IT.
after
Oh,
lunch
shit.
or soon
We're at
after
two.
the coffee
Yeah, we
break,
got 2.
Iros from Thomas More are coming. So I want all of you to be on your best behavior. The moment we see someone on their phone, playing games, or sleeping, we're taking points right away. No discussion. So is that clear for everyone? Thank you.
Please be back in
We
the
have 3 IT.
yes.
We're the 3 IT people that are here. 11.
11.
I think we just make this a coffee break.
To be honest, I agree. Because IT is really chill.
Yeah, I need to brush my teeth.
We go twice.
I'm not designing banners now.
That would be like.
It's fun. Yeah, you can. I'll post it on LinkedIn. The one should I come with you? I mean, I work with president.
Hold on.
I'm trying to be as far away from you as possible. But I didn't see it. Go on a date.
Yes. No, we actually have one more IT. What's your name, by the way? Pablo. Pablo Dimitris.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Kind of treated like a.
Yeah, go ahead. People standing. I will just quickly ask them.
Yeah, no, I'm standing.
Okay, so what we can do is we can hang out. If you have questions for IT, ask away. Otherwise, we're treating this as a coffee break moment as well.
I see you have a. I mean, you can go for coffee and we can talk.
Yeah. I would love to take my laptop with me, but I really need it for the streaming, so I'm not doing that.
I mean, if you really want the laptop, you can take mine.
Are you sure?
Yeah. But, what would you use it for?
The problem is, if you want to show things for IT and ESN, you kind of need an IT account on the national level, which I only have on my laptop.
Okay, we're going to do the usual roundup of who you are, which section you're from, and what studies you or work you're doing. So hi, I'm Noah, I'm president of ESN Belgium, so you didn't know. And I'm studying AI and data science.
I'm Ella, co-president of ESN Belgium, and I'm studying front-end programming.
I'm Edina, I'm co-president of ESN BNPII, and I study social science. I'm Ronse, I'm the president of ESN Geel, and I study international communication. I'm Geel, I'm the president of ESN Netherlands, and I study international government.
I'm Aaron, I'm the president of ESN Glen, and I study political science and economics.
I'm Maurice, I'm maybe the future president of ESN Glen. And I study linguistics.
I'm Jan, co-president of ESN Brussels, and I study translation.
I'm Luis, I'm the president of ESN Belgium, and I study international relations and diplomacy.
I'm Fela, I'm the president of ESN Belgium, and I study maritime logistics and transportation.
I'm Valerie, co-president of ESN Brussels, and I study communication and international relations.
Hello everyone, my name is Simone. I'm president of ESN Brussels, and I study international business and finance. I'm Charles Victoria, I'm the president of ESN Sophie, and I'm studying communication.
Okay, thank you very much. So before we go further, just note that this is a safe space, so anything that's being said here should not go out of here to your section members, your friends, whatever. I haven't prepared anything per se. I in the group chat asked you if you had any topics you wanted to discuss. Nothing was really brought up. So I'm kind of wondering now if there's any problems you've been facing that you need solutions on from maybe others, or any topics you'd like to bring or whatever before we continue. This session is for you to use and to give you the most possible, so please use it. Because I for sure know that it's not going all well in all the sections. We're all facing problems. And it's not a weakness to admit that we sometimes have issues, and it's not a weakness to ask for solutions. When those happen, I know I'm 100% sure that not all there's not one section that's doing perfectly this year. And we are not either in the BBC, let's be honest. So yes, anyone, anything.
I have some problem to run after my board member every time for everything. I don't know how I can, what I can do for them to, sorry. I try that my member do their job by themselves and not waiting that I'm asking, did you do that, did you do this? And it's always for everything. Like, for example, in September we started to have a team for merchandising, and we want to have a suite. And it's been since September that I'm learning after people who have to manage this. And even like for 2 months, I have to take the email exchange with the company that we are trying to work with, because anyone said nothing. I just saw that there were 3 emails from them and no one answered during like 3 weeks, and no one came to me to tell me that they don't have time now. Could you take this part of the job for marketing? Nothing, and it's always like this for everything. Merchandising, communication, events, and I'm feeling really, really alone to run after every member. I tell it at every meeting that we have, and it starts to really, really piss me off. And now I just want to give it everything and say, it's your shit now. I just, so yeah, I don't know if you have some idea.
Yeah, I don't know if you have an idea. I'm kind of in a similar situation where with some of my opponents as well, I just have to keep on like running after them, and even to a point like actually doing their job for them, because otherwise we're like breaking contracts. So that's for us it's maybe partnerships issue at this moment. And it's very exhausting. I really understand that. The only approach that we're really doing is like having like one-on-one conversations with these people, and to see if that helps. But so far for us, it's not.
Do you have some people who you can contact, like maybe Sophie or something? No?
I thought that
Neither Santiago.
Santiago,
He's busy with it.
yeah, is busy. It's someone who wants to do a lot of things, and Sophie is the same as for what I'm feeling a bit alone, because she wants to do a lot, and just like this, she disappeared for time, and she said nothing, and I have to manage everything alone. And it happens during December and January, so it was also exams and practice for me. And it's for what now coming back in this role and continuing to be in the back of everyone like this. It's hard, and I'm really tired of it.
So how do you manage your section to good numbers during this first season?
Good question. Do you think it's like because of lack of motivation, or because of lack of time for them that they're not doing their needs, or?
I don't know. Because every time that I ask for something to do, I try to bring you the briefs of what I would have to do and how many times I have to take, and I try to have like deadlines and this kind of stuff. And I'm always asking, it's okay for you, it's not too much for you, I know you have this and that. So I really try, for me it was, if you can't, it's okay, and I really try to have this mood on the board, but I have the feeling that it's not this important for them. So, yeah, but I have school, yeah, but not me, it's not my job, so.
Do you regular feedback sessions for them also to give you feedback, or?
Not really.
Because, for example, we do this anonymously. Like, for example, my vice president will then collect all the feedback and give it to me. And one of the points that they mentioned about me is that because I was chasing after so many people, I was a bit too micromanaging and kind of demotivated them at the same time, because it felt like I didn't trust them. So this semester I'm like letting them do a lot more. And for some positions it does work. But for some positions I really see like I still have to hold their hand and like actually do their job. So I don't know how, but maybe it's interesting to also like listen to how they feel important, how they feel about you. This can be done anonymously.
Something.
No,
I was going to say something that works, but it's not a solution to now, but for in the future or in the long time. Is I don't know if you have real class descriptions of each position, but a lot of people don't have, or then you're asking a lot in some positions where the class description was not complete or very short, and that can be a problem too because you never know what you get into, but the more you know, the better. And it's like they might sometimes think that it's not that much, and then they have a huge task descriptions and a lot of things that they're supposed to do, and they didn't have the time or space in their life to do them. So it's always nice to make sure that the people that are joining know what they're getting into, and it's not scaring them away, what I'm saying. Just make sure that they understand how much time each position takes, and then they can also maybe think, okay, that position I wanted is too much. Maybe I can look at another one that's less demanding, and it's okay to have less demanding positions. It's normal, we all have different things happening in our life. It's not our job. It's just based on what the people need and what they can give to ESN. Not everyone can give the same thing, of course.
Yeah, I was going to ask, do you have a weekly meeting or have you open weekly meeting?
No, unfortunately, we have like one per month and it's a really good because it's really difficult to have everyone. And again, I have to run after them because I do a call to ask for when are you available, and I have to wait every 2 weeks, and I have to ask, hey everyone, I need to know because we are already the 15th of the month and so, and then there are some months that we don't have at all meeting, just talking on the board.
Maybe something that would help is like every Wednesday, like pick a day of the week, and every other week meeting. Just like 2 meetings a month, maybe that might help to interact, to ask if you need help or ask where it is on the task. So you have feedback to make feedback.
I think Rise is kind of similar, but it's kind of hard to get everyone to have a meeting. So what we do is have like updates. So every Monday we also have what we're working on the meeting that's coming. So maybe it's also easy to know where the head is at, and it's not just ESN related. You could sometimes put updates of like, I have a big project in the afternoon, so you also know what's happening.
It's a bit that have everyone at every meeting, we all have life happening. And the moment you give notes and you can read it and give comments, they are also participating. It's just that they were not available at that time. But even if you're 3, 4 board members, it can already be very productive. Of course, when you need to take decisions, you need more people's opinion. But it's always nice to still have those meetings to kind of check that even if not everyone is there.
For us, it's like, we were like 11 board members right now, out of 14, and we have weekly meetings every Monday. But this is something that's very clearly communicated when it applies, like, okay, there isn't weekly meetings. Usually the date is on Monday evening, and then they know if they have other things, like a hobby or something, that is very unfortunate that they cannot be part of a board. Because it is mandatory to be at the meetings. Of course, you can be excused for some meetings. But if you don't show up to a certain amount of meetings, you have the right to actually kick you out of the board.
Do you have any topics to bring or discussion? Okay.
Yeah, so as everyone might know, ESN is back this year, because last year we weren't here anymore. And a lot of us are also master students, so next year we won't be here anymore. So I'm now like looking at the long term on how to keep ESN alive. But I've noticed that we don't have anything from like structure or organizational structure or like recruitment process. There's nothing. We also don't have like alumni to guide us. So I was wondering what your structures are like and your recruitment processes. And
We're usually having similar issues with last year, all the people left this year as well. Usually also again rules, like X amount of board members and positions to be reviewed. So we have really been working on recruitment. What we are doing right now is actually trying to be as targeted as possible. Because we used to just throw out an Instagram post, like, do you want to join the board, like fill out this form. But right now we're actually designing posters to put up at language campuses and other places where a lot of people with international mindsets go to. We also have the buddy program that we're going to send out emails to people in the buddy program, who are already people that want to do something for international students, to see if they're interested in joining. And one big one that we're planning on doing is through our IRO event, sending out an email to returning students from their Erasmus, focusing on like second and third semester students that just returned. Because people are going to be there for like 1, 2, 3 years, so that you don't have like, the same issues of always having like master's students that you immediately have, especially if you need students in your board in what situation is in. Why? For us, that's a big thing.
Yeah, the thing is, in the past we were a part of one university, University of Belgium, but towards the future we're going to work towards all the university and colleges, so we also need requirements for people from all the colleges in the high notes. But so the universities and colleges are helping, so we can then send out the list of them, and also send it to actually the degree students, because of price levels, because there are a lot of like degree students in Belgium, so that's for sure. But we're also can maybe work more towards committees, working committees. Because right now we just have like a very big distinction between a board member and volunteer, and there's nothing in between because many people don't want to become a board member because it's too much of a job. They like the volunteers, it's too less. Like they want to do more, but they don't know how. So we're thinking to make that. I don't know if anyone else could
not working groups, but maybe one responsible and then yeah.
And we have like a communication manager on top of this.
Yeah, not for the student, but if you have communication team, it's communication manager, you manage this, event team,
okay.
So like that is like the exchange of it, but it doesn't mean that you're missing a board member that you cannot have a team. Because some of the team just has to be somebody else in charge of it.
Yeah.
But it still allows you to, if there is no communication manager, for example, it still allows you to actually distribute or delegate that work to the committee or work group or whatever you're gonna call it, so that the board does not feel it as an extra responsibility.
Yeah.
And I think communication is also very good in the sense that when the discussion of, let's say, communication, and there's a discussion about communication, it's not the whole board that's bothered with it, but just the team, and then the final decision is coming back to the board. But it's discussed within the team and they have a bit more decision power, so the board doesn't have to like check every single thing that's going on, and so it's also very good in that sense.
Also, it's a very good recruitment tool because like it's kind of like a trial thing. So a lot of times what we see is people joining these work groups, they end up going to the board next year because unless you're like Erasmus students that leave, but a lot of times it's like, oh, I'm in the marketing work group, this is actually fun. Let me become the marketing kind of thing. So we have more social activities, trips, cultural activities, projects, marketing, partnerships, sports. Yeah, yeah, so yeah, but I forgot about sports. It's mainly for like the event organizing positions, because they can really use the help at events and organizing.
You're all in the present group on the website, right? Every single one of you.
Yes.
Okay, so those kind of like if you want to document or something, use that group. It's just another group where I'm supposed to talk to myself and do information. You have to talk to each other, ask documents, have questions.
I'll ask for documents.
Yeah, that you can go through it. And because you're going to ask for it, maybe other sections are going to look at it and think, oh, that's interesting, I might change. So you're actually, by asking, helping the others.
One more thing that would really advise you to do as well is you mentioned that you don't really have alumni. I just want to start building a network. Just organize some events, or we have an alumni coordinator position. We have some alumni events as well. We have some budget for that as well, just to have some alumni events. So they kind of stay in touch with the board. This, at the start of the semester, I did not have party coordinator. We organized 7 parties every semester.
Yeah, it's crazy how many parties you organize.
Yeah, exactly, and I didn't have anyone to organize them, so 3 of our alumni actually came to me and said, look, until you find someone, the 3 of us can organize the party. So that's really, really nice, especially if you don't have an alumni network right now. It is something you can really use. They have a lot of knowledge. All of them have done positions and things that you can do in your section. So it's really towards the future. I think it is a very important part of it.
If you're leaving next year, I don't know, but if you do your whole master's, then become the alumni.
Yes, I know.
So just very specific for you, but the president of our advisory board is alumni from ESN Belgium. I think she was there like a long time ago, but I can put you in contact with her.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so maybe, I don't know how many people are in the Oh, okay. I thought it was great. I was gonna say that maybe if you're starting from like scratch, kind of this last year or something. I was gonna say to shadow another section.
Yeah, we started to try in September, now it's
Also focus on like personal improvement. Like if you see somebody you think would be a good president, just focus on that.
Yeah, but I don't have the thing I have. Okay, thank you.
Yep. I'm from ESN Belgium, as most probably knows, we're kind of a suffering section, and I became president less than a month ago, and I've actually been in ESN just in September, so I'm like very new. And I came with, this idea that, I'm gonna fix this, I'm gonna fix that. And I'm kind of realizing that half of my board members and the teams, they're a friend group, most of them, and they mostly care about getting drunk and not just really working on. And the thing is that I'm trying to push them, but at the same time my vice president, who I just met a month ago for the first time, we don't really get along, so he's part of their friend group. So every time I say something, can we actually do work, instead of, getting drunk, he brings beers to the board meeting and then argues with me in the group chat, like in front of everyone. So, I'm kind of like the phone police, but then my vice president is part of their friend group, so of course they're gonna listen to him when he says, let's get drunk instead, or let's go to a bar instead. So I kind of have nothing really to do, because when he argues with me in front of everyone, they obviously don't listen to what I say. Listen to him because they're friends and getting drunk, so I think.
Is it the 6?
6.
6.
Yeah. So I really don't know how to push to actually fix the section because we're in a bad place.
I personally believe that when it comes to such problems, BNPII can be very helpful. We have what we call section visits. It's been 3 years, we've never done one, I think, but it's there and you can use them. We're actually thinking of enforcing one on you. But you can ask us to come to one of your board meetings, that is Glen, and we're going to send 2 or 3 board members as much as we can to see the team dynamics, create their workshops beforehand, and try to help as much as possible to make sure that when we leave, your section is better, or in that case, people know what ESN is about and what it is and what it is not supposed to be. So just reach out to Geel, our vice president, to try to schedule that if that's something you want, and that can be very helpful.
Sure, I feel like people had a very bad knowledge transfer from last year, including me. We learned stuff yesterday that we were supposed to know like a month ago, like some of the most basic stuff. So I feel like that's making things even worse. So it's like, kind of doomed to fail. I'm trying not to. Anyway.
Do you in your section of like every victim groups?
Yeah, we do the section.
And so the behavior does it actually like mention that it's not acceptable in the sections, or?
Not really, I believe we can change that. Yeah, because the statutes are pretty new. They were written last semester, so kind of send them out, force them to read them, because I doubt anyone read them. and it's really hard to enforce them. And first of all, no one's listening to me because I have vice president that I argue with, and he says like, no, don't worry, that's fine. It's like when nobody's read that. Yeah.
It's really complicated to get one for even those to come to the national board. I do this because I've had some trouble with some people on my board, and they really helped me to talk with and to have a good way to talk with this kind of person. So,
You're not your enemy with the national board. We know sometimes you're annoying and sometimes you're asking a lot, but all we do is to help you, and you're our main purpose. So we're going to take every fight we can for you, and we're going to do everything we can to help you. We saved quite a lot of sections in the 3 years I was there, and we're going to keep doing it. But we cannot help if you don't let us know. So please just do, and we're going to have as much stuff as we can. I just have, because we have like 4 minutes left, a question for you. Who was in ESN when Yuri was president? Okay, good. Some people. Because so when Yuri and even before with Glen, but that's probably too old for you, at MPs, we saw that there was way more questions and engagements of the participants. The questions round was so long that we had to cut people off, and now we have to beg to have questions. And there was the whole Jeremy situation also, so that pushed you to ask questions, of course. We have a budget, but as terrible as that, of course you're going to ask questions. But I'm kind of, even on amendments, I remember my first MP, then traumatized me with the questions, just saying, like, it was very, but that's what we like, because it means that you're reading, you're engaging, and you know that any decision we take is going to change the way you work and the whole ESN Belgium in the end. And right now, and don't quote me on that ever, but we kind of know that anything we propose is going to be voted through. I said to Fien earlier as a joke, but I said I'm pretty sure that we could get Jeremy re-elected with the sections right now. And it was a joke, but it's, we would never do that. But it's just kind of, and it might mean that just you read our documents and we're doing our work so perfect that you have no questions, everything is clear and you agree with everything, and that's great. But I'm also wondering if it's just that you don't care anymore, like what could we do to change that? To go back to a place where you're actually interested in asking questions and things we do. And for your members also, because and I don't think any present in that section is here, but when we see people sleeping at MPs, like what's the goal of even coming here if it's just to sleep through? We're putting so much work into that for you that it's sometimes a bit hard to understand, and we also see the number of people participating kind of decreasing right now. Well, I think that it's very, very useful for members to join the national platform. So any opinions you have, I'm open to take them.
You are just and in that section we always prepare for every NP, we have a meeting for every NP, we go through the documents. I guess especially this year, it's felt like a lot of the voting documents are not that like either complicated or consequential in the sense that we've kind of made up our mind before we come here. And then we don't reach the point of asking questions about that. And if there is something that, for example, the budget last MP, I had some questions about, and then we do ask them, but like especially this MP, I think the major change is the restructuration. But I do feel like a lot of sections don't really have much perspective on the structure of the national board, so it's hard to really ask questions without basically having like an 8-hour session for you to go through everything.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's kind of our feeling.
That's good. I'm not saying that because you don't ask questions we're mad. If it means that the documents are good and you're actually reading them, then we're happy. We just want to make sure that it's that and not the other part.
Yeah, we have kind of like similar thing of where we do call with people who need to actually take like maybe like an hour, sometimes 2 hours to actually go through all these documents that vote with the entire portfolio for the vote. And like we prepare our questions. And this like when it came to new structuralization, which is something so big, I was kind of surprised to be the only one actually asking questions. And it's also like you said, like with these sections, you have a feeling that you always get anything voted in, but that also makes us feel like our vote doesn't matter. Because there are so many sections that maybe don't use our vote.
Can you stay out for 1 or 2 more minutes, please? No, stay out 1 or 2 more minutes, please.
From the perspective of someone who knows very reports, I believe 99% of people don't know what's happening, don't understand the restructuration and everything. And I can speak for myself. When I had to message yesterday to ask if we're a de facto association or not, because that wasn't told to me in the transfer knowledge. I have no questions to ask about much more complicated issues. So I believe it comes down to local problems many times in knowledge transfers and not actually knowing what's going on.
Also, I don't think but sometimes people are really long and make it longer, and it happened to when Macron was really long with a lot of questions. So many people are really longer because it's already like something really long.
BNPIIs are always longer because there is no plan again. Just so you know, we are going to continue this conversation in the next call we are going to have, and we also have a feedback section. So if you have anything that is not in the section or engaging again or whatever, just use that time to share it with us too. But also keep that topic in mind so for the next call we can discuss it. Thank you very much.
What do I tell her?
Finn! Finn!
Do we sit down or we go to coffee break?
Sit down.
Viens, j'arrive faire l'avion. Tu vas t'éclater. Ah, non, t'es malade toi. Arrête,
Regarde-moi, je vais pas passer.
I wasn't able to keep up. I just need 1 more minute to close it out.
Please, everyone, sit down fast and quiet. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing? So, I keep mentioning this project with
this Youth Care for Change, Participation is Plural project, this conference, referencing it, and now you're getting to meet our lovely partners from VVS, and getting to hear all about this conference. So yeah, you can come on up. So they'll introduce themselves, but here we go. Yeah.
Hello everyone. I believe I have a slide from myself.
This is not working.
Okay. Perfect. So, yes, a quick outline of our presentation. We will explain very briefly who we are, what we do, and then explain more about the project. Perfect. So we are VVS, de Vlaamse Vereniging van Studenten, or the Flemish Union of Students. I am myself Robin. I'm the vice president, and here I have my colleague.
I'm Marte. I'm an ex-board member of VVS, and I'm currently the logistical manager of the congress.
Perfect. Yes, a little bit about me. I'm studying biomedical engineering. My hobbies are diving and going out with friends. I have been in the Flemish Union for quite some time. I think 5-6 years. Yes.
That's me. I'm Marte, and I'm a student of international politics. I'm currently the president of the European Youth Parliament Belgium and a former board member of the Flemish Union for Students. And due to my experience with event management, I took on the mandate for the logistical management of the congress, more or less. And I'm passionate about hiking. I'm quite creative, if I may say so myself. And I'm passionate about inclusivity, democracy, and education.
Yes, something about VVS. We are the umbrella organization of all Flemish students' unions. Basically, each university needs to have a students' union on an institutional level, and we bring everyone together to discuss Flemish topics, for example, study laws and everything. And what do? We try to represent all students in Flemish-speaking universities. We advocate for student rights, and we do a lot of voluntary work. And we try to strive for democratic and equality assured higher education. These are our members, so you might recognize some. These are basically all students' unions. Yes, perfect. What is our Congress? The name is Participation Equals Plural. We have had some experience that there's like a declining in engagement through all student-led and voluntarily-led bodies. We want to change things. Sorry, we want to make these kind of bosses and structures more diverse, as we feel the need and we see the need to make participation more diverse as everything is becoming more diverse. We want to break barriers. Yes.
Some of the reasons for this are, as you have all surely experienced, students don't have enough time, you have to balance it with your studies, your personal obligations, your family, you're just exhausted, so we don't have people signing up anymore, we have people leaving ESN, just like local student representation, and we just want to bring people together to talk about these issues and find a solution together. So the event is about creating a space for that, to meet also other student representation student representatives, kind of like a meet your colleagues, meet the same principle. Next. So, as I just said, the point is to meet each other, but it's also to learn from people who are working on these specific topics about like to build our knowledge, but also for students to learn, to develop more skills themselves, to have workshops, and to boost the diverse voices of students. And then we're going to use that output from the conversations we have at the conference for a policy paper from VBS that they can use and that we can use as ESN Belgium to advocate for policy changes that will then help to find a structural solution to the problems that we're facing, because so many of the problems that we have are not just about us. Like, we can't control that we're tired, we can't control that we have classes, so we can find a way, for example, to get recognition for our volunteers to make it easier. That's the importance of the advocacy and the structural perspective.
Glen.
No.
Yeah, it's because now it's just weird.
Okay. So, what will we do during the Congress? We're going to have two panels, one on mental well-being and workload, and one on access, inclusivity, and safe culture in our events and in our student organizations, mostly. There will also be a booth market, like a mobility fair, that kind of setup, but for different organizations to show what they're doing. And we'll also have seminars and workshops. So, as you can see, they're also about topics that you face in your studies. It's not theory, it's okay. How do you network as a student? How do you negotiate, get fundraising? How do you deal with tension and conflict in student participation? And then at the end, there will be a little peer exchange, meet your colleagues, a bit of networking as well. So it's a way for you to boost your personal network, your ESN network, and it will be a very exciting and fun event, I think.
Well, why should you join the conference? I think it's quite obvious after you heard us talk for like 10 minutes now. But it's by and for students, so we are organizing it. We are young people, we're students, we're quite enthusiastic, and we hope to kind of spread that enthusiasm towards you. And it's relevant topics requested by you because we hear you, we listen to you, and we really want to create a platform where your concerns can be raised. As I said, you can make your voice heard, you can boost your skills because it's going to be, as you said, about networking, about learning things from others in similar roles. So that's going to be very exciting as well. Meet other engaged students. It's always nice to make a new friend or meet an older new colleague. And it's going to be accessible in Dutch and in English. For example, now we have 3 workshops confirmed. 2 of those are going to be in Dutch and 1 in English. So it's really going to be an intercultural mix of really great session elements and event elements.
So it's going to be on March 28th at the BNPII campus in Brussels. It's going to be from 9 to 6. It's totally free to participate, and if you're coming from elsewhere in Belgium, we will be able to reimburse your public transportation fees. We have a budget for that. And slide. So the registration form we will send in the chat. It's on our social media, on the VS social media. We are also looking for volunteers to shift during the event to help out with some of the logistics. So if you're willing to help with some of that, the setup, the cleanup, and making sure things go smoothly throughout, please reach out to me, let me know. Or, ideally me or somebody else in the NBNC. And one last note about the language and because I already know the question is going to come up, why Dutch and English, why not French? Why are we working with the Flemish Student Union? Because we are a national organization. It's for funding reasons. The funding is with VVS. The event is open to everybody. And yeah, for now we only have 1 workshop in English. That's fully confirmed. We have more that are coming. So you'll have plenty of options. Both of the panels will be fully in English as well. It's due to the institutional higher education landscape in Belgium that it's split between Dutch and French. It's not that we don't love our French sections, our French-speaking sections. You're all welcome, and that's that. Any questions? Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Thank you very much for that. As you may discover for the first time, this is Slido. You can use it to ask questions. And again, for the first time, please state your name and section. Thank you. Do we have people writing down questions? Yes, thank you.
Sharon Victoria from St. Louis, Brussels. So do you have some examples of topics that you were talking about during these meetings?
Cameron, ESN Belgium, to clarify, do you mean meetings that during the conference? Yes. So most of the conference is the seminars, then which are about the topics that we put up there, the panels, then seminars and workshops. So again, there's one about networking, there's one about conflict resolution, there will be one about social inclusion. That will be from, we should have Nevi from ESN International is going to give a session related to the work that she's been doing for ESN International projects on diversity and inclusion. We have more that are like, no spoilers yet, going to be confirmed. And then the meetings between students will be a chance to get to know each other, talk about, it depends on the position that you have, what kind of things that you're wanting to talk about, but it's really your space, and then we'll have people there to facilitate, but it's really also maybe to reflect at the end of the day, what did you take away from the event, what are you still curious about?
TX Silken is in Germany treasurer. You mentioned the discussions about policies and higher education institutes. So my question would be, what is in your opinion currently the biggest obstacle or challenges for international students at higher education institutions in Belgium?
Robin, VVS. Do I have to say my last name as well? Perfect. So yes, good question. I believe one of the biggest obstacles right now is accessibility to different kinds of social stuff, and I think having international voices heard, because there are a lot of international students all through higher education, but they aren't necessarily represented that well in representation bodies.
Cameron, ESN Belgium, adding on to that, we were meeting earlier this year with student representatives from Canada as one example, but the challenge is that even when student representatives want to reach out to students, international students, or make it easier for them to join, their boards and their student councils, the issue is with Erasmus students that the timing of when they arrive doesn't work with the recruitment cycle, or they're not here for long enough. Also, a lot of the information is only available in a local language, so it's very difficult, from the universities, it's difficult for international students sometimes to understand, or to, on a practical level, also international students, sometimes they have higher tuition fees already, so then they might have to do a student job to be able to afford that, or they have to for their studies, and then you just don't have enough time with all of your other obligations. Plus, you're studying abroad, you want to have cultural experiences as well, you want to go to events. Yeah. So there are barriers to even accessing information about it.
Is anyone else writing a question or coming up with a question or comment? No? Then in order to catch up on the delayed time, I propose to close the speakers list. Does anyone oppose? Bless you. No? Great. Thank you very much. We'll now be moving on to partnership updates by Adnan.
Hello everyone. So first I'm going to talk about ES trips. I'll also talk about the King's Day trip later, so just so you know. Yeah, we have a general contract and then a contract with specific trips, which is the Prague trip and the King's Day trip. If you're participating in it, please promote it. I'm going to keep telling you to do that. You can already post it today. We're publishing it. Thank you. Tomorrow, this afternoon or tomorrow, but go ahead already if you want to. We have fixed fees for both trips for ESN Belgium, and variable fees for both ESN Belgium and the participating sections for the trips. More on that for King's Day trip, I'll explain later too. For other trips, feel free to contact them. They are very open to do that. You can just propose something or just tell them like, hey, we just want to organize a trip with you, but we don't, it's just an easier way to provide something for your students, a trip for your students, if you don't have the manpower or all the energy to organize a bigger trip yourself. OLS, Noah, would you do that one?
Yeah. So OLS or CLL Center is a language center that is now based in Brussels, previously based in Louvain-la-Neuve, and they are funded by the European Union. So what we do for them is usually we are looking for participants for their usability testing. So they do that because then they provide a platform to learn language for all international and Erasmus Plus students. So we just provide them with members to test the platform and give feedback, and the people that we send are being paid to do the work. And then we have a contract. We have a contract with them that ends in March that gives us money. We haven't renewed it yet, just because we don't know if they're going to be renewed by their European grant or not. Last time I talked to them, they said it was like very sure it was going to be, but I also want to be careful with that because as long as there's nothing said, it's not done. But if they get the grant and it keeps on going, then we're going to keep the partnership. Yeah, we really work a lot together. And the new contract is probably not going to be only about user testing, but also new additions. Yeah, so the 15th of March is the end of the current contract.
Then, drink more water from Benelka. So it's a project against binge drinking. Current contact is still Eva Nutter. I just wanted to update you. I don't know if any of you have tried to contact them. The communication is sometimes slow or they forget to answer. I'm going to address it to them just to make sure that they, like, if you provide a service, then they should answer us, of course. If you have any problems with them, please contact me in private, and then I can look into it myself personally as well. There's also a Google form for sponsorship or goodie requests, and they can do sponsoring. They also did sponsoring for a national event in Geel. Then we have Swapfiets. It's a bike renting company, and our contact is Anna. I'm not going to start to pronounce her last name. You can request city bike tours with Swapfiets. You just have to send Anna an email and do it well beforehand. So she has time to organize it, like let's say 4 weeks beforehand at least. And the contract ended in January. So end of the year basically. And so we renewed it now, and there is an added deal. So 20 euros off for one time for each ESN card holder. If you want goodies, just email Anna 4 weeks before you want them. Okay. Then for Flipco, which is a shuttle bus service, you can get a 20% discount on all Belgian Flipco routes, only valid in Belgium. Just want to stress that. There, as I already said before, there's a limited amount of free shuttle bus tickets for ESNers going to international events. I send out a form via email, if you forgot to fill it in, you still have time to do so. But the deadline is the 20th of March. I need to know by end of March. Then we still have Eurosender. It was an ESN international partner, but now also with ESN Belgium. They offer 10% discount on their services, and we receive a commission per order, and the code is ESNB. They also have flyers and goodies for welcome days. We brought them, and during the coffee break and the lunch break, you can come and get them. Then we still have Gomri. It's an event management platform, really handy if you're organizing events, just the logistics of it. They offered a pro plan for free, and with Gomri ads you can actually make money without doing anything. Small portions, but it's better to have some profit than none at all. Then we still have PAL, Project Audio Light, and it's a professional lighting, sound, and video services for events, and it's from Jasper from Kortrijk, and he's here right now, sitting right there. So if you want more information, then you go to him, I would say. And he's offering a 30% discount on all rentable material, and then 10% commission for ESN Belgium. Then I just wanted to go over some companies that I've been talking to, the first one is Nomad. So the situation on that is that I discussed with our team and tried to gather some feedback, and in the end I decided not to engage in a contract with it, or we decided not to, because we had very mixed feedback, and I just wanted to if you're very excited or think this is a very good thing to have a national contract with them, then please let me know. If you're really opposed to it, also let me know. Then I might still, but right now I didn't engage in a contract with them because of some things. Okay. I also had a meeting with uni places. I decided not to engage in a contract with them because of certain reasons, that their cancellation policies and what they offered. They also don't have a lot of services that they can offer in all of the cities of the section, so that's why I declined that. TOEFL is a nice deal, but I'm giving it to ESN International because they want to offer it to all of the sections in like all the ESN sections. Then I talked to student trips. Too small. It's not even started yet. It was a nice idea. The plan was to provide a platform. Anyways, I'm just gonna skip this one. If you want more info, just come to me. Campus to Campus was a service that I also wanted to engage with, but they had some problems, so nothing came out of that. And then right now I'm working on a deal with Nickel, which is a company that allows students to open a bank account, a Belgian bank account, without having to go to an actual bank, and they can close it online as well. So it's a very handy service for students who just like come to Belgium for an Erasmus exchange. And everything is very easy, very quick. And they have, it's 25 euros for a year to get a card and a bank account. So that's a pretty good deal, but I'm still working on that. So, yeah.
Thank you very much. Now, as you may know, it's going to be the question time on Slido. As always, relevant question, please state your name and sections. And during this time, I will propose a change to the agenda. Because of the big delay and everything, this is going to require an absolute majority. The coffee break is supposed to happen after the next presentation, which is the action plan update. However, we propose to have the coffee break right after the question time. So raise your hand if you approve.
Wait, we need the scrutineers up front to count.
Yes, I know you want the coffee break, but we need to do it the regular ways. And
no, we're missing one, but then they just don't
voting devices, raising hands.
What?
So we will be needing absolute majority for this. So
no,
please
simple.
raise your simple majority. Please raise your hands so we can count. Thank you.
We're supposed to have 17. There's a question over there. Is that a question? No, it's only with the voting device.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries. Keep it up. Yeah, no, one is normal, the other one I don't know who it is, but we still reach 4. So it's good, it's approved.
So the agenda change is approved. Thank you very much. The coffee break will happen after the question time. However, can we have the Slido? Slido for this. Yes. So thank you very much, everyone. So although the coffee break is happening soon, that doesn't mean that you don't have any questions. So please, at least think of one that you can ask Ame about it.
Possible to see the number, the code?
Can you?
Yes.
Cam or anyone. Stay sitting here, so it's one of you that should be running.
This week ESN the Netherlands. Is ESN Belgium joining on the Yes Trips trip to Copenhagen end of April?
It's end of April?
End of April, first weekend of May.
No. ESN Belgium, no, because then we'll have our third BNP. So.
Okay. Second question regarding Gomri. Besides the pro plan for free, does ESN Belgium get anything else like a fixed commission or anything besides having this pro plan?
No.
Why not?
I didn't make the deal. I don't know what the.
Oh wait, I just have to reread the question. No, just because that was the first deal.
Name and section, please.
No, at least in Belgium. Yeah, it was a bit complicated to get started with them, so that's why we wanted to go first, because we also didn't really know if the sections would be interested in a bigger contract. So that was a contract that was allowing us to not do too much either. And by the number of sections that actually are using it, which is very low, we're glad that we didn't get too much involved. Like having higher things from them would mean we have to put more work. So that's why we tried to find first a common ground to see how it was going, because we've also had bad experiences in the past with companies kind of like that. So that's what we, yeah.
Sorry, we don't have time to keep going with the questions, and we don't really allow for my questions without the procedures. I'm sorry that you can't ask the questions, however, you're more than welcome to come and discuss during the breaks in your free time. So again, due to time constraints, I propose to close the speakers list. Please don't oppose, we're just really late on schedule, and don't forget your questions, write it down so that you can discuss about it. Does anyone opposes? No. Then we're on a coffee break. So come back at...
No, there's the other question. No, we have to go through them. Yeah. No. Yeah, but it's after those, so we at least have to go through them.
Okay.
Stay seated, we're going through them.
Stay seated, sorry.
Yeah, track them for them.
Where's John, please?
So Jeroen, Glen, can you just elaborate a bit more on Norman, as I don't really know that much about it?
Yes, so basically they organize parties, and they approached me for a contract, and I first wanted to, because I knew some sections already worked together with them, and I first wanted to get some feedback, and the feedback I got was very mixed. Some sections had like an okay experience with them, some really did not. And they, that's why I was like, I'm not gonna engage with them because I don't want it. If some sections already say like, okay, it was not a good experience, then I don't want to like bring it to all of the other sections, basically.
Là, ESN Belgium, how long lasts the free for problem for Gomri?
Wait, can you repeat the question, please?
When we engage with Gomri, how long lasts the free for pro plan we have? It's like forever, or because
I think it's for a year, if I'm not mistaken.
Do we have questions?
I think it's for 6 months.
Or for 6 months, 6 months or a year.
I'm gonna check the contract and come back to you with that one.
Shalom, ESN Belgium. I just had a question. Can we request goodies from your center like as a local section?
I think you can. I have some right now, so you can come get them if you want to. I have flyers. I also wanted to add, I also have flip goodies, so if you want them, you can also come get them. I have pens.
Is there other questions first?
Yeah, two more questions.
Okay, 2 more questions and I'm answering Ella. I have the contract here.
Who is the next one with the question?
Bible ESN Belgium in Brussels. Why aren't there more partnerships with like sport places? Because the only closest one would be with like swap feeds where we can like rent a bike and do sports. Yeah.
I had a tip from someone from the sections, and that's one of the next things I'm looking into. Yeah, it's gonna be like a sport center, but yeah.
Now already, ESN Belgium Brussels, what were the terms of the contract with Nomad and why not go through with it? Question is asked because we are about questioning if we sign on that contract.
The thing is, if some sections have bad experience with them, like I don't want to go in exact details, but I don't want to bring it to all of the other sections. Like I don't want to promote something that is not like completely like that I completely beneficial or something that I trust. You know, I don't want to bring a bad partnership to all of the sections. You know, I don't want to do that.
What were they offering?
That I don't remember exactly. I can look it up for you. Yeah, you can ask me in private. I can look it up for you, and then you can ask me in private.
Not on that topic for recovery. I have the contract in front of me, so the Pro plan is valid for the time of the contract, which is 1 year, and it started on the 16th of August. So the Pro plan is for the whole year. You can join now and have it. The only thing that was at the beginning was you could have no fees for certain events, and that was for 6 months. And you had to join back in September, so that was, I think that they put on top of the contract that wasn't even there, but the Pro plan is for 1 year.
Thank you very much. If there are no further questions, I propose to close the speaker list. Anyone opposes?
No, it's already closed. So that's good.
It's been a long weekend.
But you're still more than welcome to come and discuss with the board. Thank you very much. Due to the agenda change that was voted on, we will now be going to the coffee break.
Okay, 2 topics. We have prepared 2 tanks of warm water. One is just warm water, the other has a bit of coffee residual in it, so that's why we state coffee. Second topic, there are people coming from Thomas More this afternoon, so we ask you to keep it extra clean because we want to give them a good impression. Okay, thank you, see you at the coffee break.
Be back at 11 past 12. Thank you very much. You have 15 minutes.
Wait, what time did you say?
15 minutes. 11 past 12.
So why is it not correct? Oh, because I haven't put it there.
It's supposed to be 20 minutes, but I'm going to say 15. I just said 15.
Oh, 15?
Yeah, I want to be 15. Oula, putain.
What happened to your heart? But you said 11 past.
11 past 12.
So it's 17.
No, it's 11:57 now, so it's 14 minutes. Oh, yeah. 17. Can you take a picture of my back, please? I want to see how bad the injury is.
Take your hoodie off. No, I'm serious.
Wait, is it on the whole back?
The new one? À la fin. Pour vous, ça veut dire que vous avez voté la couleur rouge. Non, 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 non. Pour vous, c'est la couleur rouge. Non, 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 c'est la couleur rouge.
Oh, shit. Get it checked out. No, you have like a completely different vibe when you're not wearing your head cap.
Is it good or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you look like a rich guy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm on vacation.
Sur celui-là, quand les relations sont inscrites, normalement, il y a quand même une partie de l'argent qui va à Gomery. Donc c'est pas gratuit. Le fait que les événements, que Gomery ne prenne aucun argent sur votre événement, c'est ça qui va.
Tu vois, quand je suis rentrée la cuisse en descendant hier matin. Ok, ok. Ça va. Comme on n'est pas une grosse section, on l'a utilisé les 6 mois, mais après, on s'est rendu compte qu'il n'y a pas des événements. Et encore, il a.
How many I need?
Yeah, how many you ordered? Yeah, do you remember? Because I don't know.
I'm gonna ask them to send me.
Do you know how many you ordered?
Yeah, 100.
Okay, so then I'm gonna have to split.
What is going on?
I'm giving out the ESN card.
good.
So yeah, now I gotta count them. Had they been at my house, they would have been already counted.
C'est bien. No, but if it was at your house, we would have had him boxes with the right number. So we wouldn't even have to count them.
No, because it's 100. Box is of 200.
Yeah, but they
Pourquoi tout le monde me dit ça? À chaque fois, je dis Irlande, genre Irlande.
Ah, really?
Yeah, so we never
Et après,
have to
techniquement,
look at the
il est de Belgium. Maybe you should
boxes. Sorry. Have fun.
Ah, thank you.
Non, papa, non.
C'est bon, c'est pas un problème. Ah, chill.
So that's 50. I'm so sorry. Is the way we receive them. Wait, have the box because they're probably gonna have the bag. I lost count.
So Geel,
30.
Now I stop scared, like I actually stop. You know, like I stay real fast. I don't use my song for it anymore, you know, like
I gave you 30, right?
je sais pas, mais parce que les chaînes câbles, ils ont pas assez de place de membres sur nous qui doivent sur c'est compliqué. Ils font pas de soirée, c'est les seules soirées qui font, c'est pas mal.
And that should be 100.
They're not answering to me.
Okay.
Oh, 100. Okay, I got 100.
Voilà.
Perfect. Thank you.
But that's weird because she was working for Nomad. Nomad because we did the party with Nomad and she was working at the entrée. So to get the money signed, I mean, it seems like. I mean, I'm just like, I don't know if you want time. But if you say no and then you work for them, like it's a little bit weird. C'est vrai, non?
Yeah.
You should have, yeah, that's
No, but it's so much fun.
Is this play about it?
It's because it's like a organization that I do this with.
Like the communication.
When they're all the same back, because BNPII.
There is no negative.
Also very.
It's a very.
No, that's why I was asking you what do you think.
Very serious. It's very.
It's a lot of like work that you have to share and repost and stuff. Like that.
Or like properly
Like it's
like
tough,
like
Like a bad part of
like what I remember, so that's happening now.
yeah, also like telling stories and like making it the visual thing. Because that's like we received like we did a party with them. We were like more or less like €20, so we have to support. We have to like
Of course.
I'm
studying in Leuven.
like delegation of and if we don't do that, then
I love
that's normal that they are like pushy. We get that
But it's
much
just
amount of money.
like in general.
And do they have another solution? Or do they don't? Because if you have something to compare, like you don't want to work with Nomad because you do other parties and things like that, but you just don't want to do nothing. There's no parties and nothing just because it's a new issue. I don't know if they have another social media to control.
Like another something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, are they doing parties? Are they not doing parties? Are they doing parties with somebody else? Are they?
I don't know what they do exactly. I think it's better that you talk with the sections themselves.
Yeah, but that's EU. That's Brussels. We already.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, back. They're here. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think it's a. Yeah, it'll also be hard. I mean, there are always going to be some that have a good.
Yeah, sure. No, sure.
It's just weighing out the bad.
We received the contract today, so because we were really pushy on the contract, we were like, no, we want those dates, we want that, and I don't think the other section checked the contract, that maybe you just sign the contract, and in the contract is stipulated that you cannot make parties 5 days before and 5 days after. For us, it was a little too much, so we had like a lot of dates, and now the dates are 2 days before and 2 days after. So if you like reshape the contract as it fits, the contract is like really good.
Yeah.
Maybe they just didn't they just jumped into it and not. No, we will.
I think it
What
was
I,
much better.
yeah.
Totally agree.
Yes. And what was about Brian?
Yes. So I have a question. Is it true that we have limited time when students can buy tickets? For instance, they are arriving for semesters for 1 year, so they can buy just tickets during this study year, or is it also possible to buy tickets when the cards, ESN card is still valid during the whole year, like summertime?
Yeah, the thing is with Ryanair, you have to book it 1 month before booking it, before flying. You have to book it 1 month before, yes. And you can also not use the discount during the high season, which is the summer months, so June until August, I think.
Is it possible to book not just 28 days before the flight, but early, like much early, like 2 months versus
Yeah, that should normally work. Yeah.
And is it possible to buy tickets to? It's clear. Okay. I was thinking like you said that for Flipco, you can students just buy tickets just around the Belgium. They can go to the Belgium.
If they like, it's just like routes that are within Belgium. So, like if it's a route that goes from Belgium to, let's say, Luxembourg, that's not included.
And also, I think is it true that Noah yesterday mentioned that the students can't use discount for Ryanair when they are coming to the new country. So they should come, they receive ESN card, and right after that they will have discounts to return to the country, or for the travel.
I mean, yeah, if you have the ESN, if you don't have the ESN card, then so if they just arrive and then get the ESN card.
Is it will be not any like problems if, for instance, ESN section selling ESN card like online, and they're providing for this for ESN cards, and students will have probably this discount for Ryanair for arriving in the country, like for arriving to Belgium.
Yeah, that's if sections can provide that service, because I think some sections still sell them like in person, which is totally fine. But if you can sell them online already, and then give them their code, they can already use it for like going to Belgium with clients. That's for sure. Yeah. Okay. Does that answer all?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, and
Yes, everybody's should be over there. I'm really sad because you're the only one, and I have actually a lot of things.
I will not take a loss because like I don't know how it will.
Ah, okay. Oh my god, here. Some bottle openers. So we have some flyers and posters from Eurocenter, and also some cards. Like those are playing cards. So I don't know how many you would exactly want, or I mean you're the first one, so you can take whatever you want.
Okay, I see. I think I will take maybe playing cards because I think like.
I have like 7 of them. 6.
I will take 2.
Okay. And those are like small flyers you can put in like a tote bag, and these are some like big flyers as well. Do you want those as well?
I'd like to have maybe 2 of them, like not a lot because we will just maybe put somewhere.
Yeah. Perfect. And then for Flipko, what do you want? I have pens, if you want that. I'll give you that. And I also have pens. Okay, is it hard to get it out?
Yeah, it's like some.
There's something here. Let me just, yeah, okay, now it'll probably be easier on the next one. Oh god. Is it still not working?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, now it's going to be easier. There we go. And then, well, would you like pens as well?
Yeah.
How many? Would you like more?
Just one.
Okay, just one. Then this is, more pens. And, ooh, even more pens.
Yeah, I think I don't need so much.
Oh shit. That's a lot of pens. Why is it just in a bag? Okay, are you sure? Because we also have fancy pens, apparently. Like these.
Okay, I will take some.
Okay, there you go. You can never have enough.
Yes.
Hi.
Do you have maybe some paperback or you don't have?
If I have a bag?
Yeah, paperback.
Maybe ask the OC if they have some bags left from the goodie bag.
Oh my god, no way, pens? Wow.
You want pens?
No.
This bag is full.
Have like fancy pens? These are fancy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Or a bottle opener. Yeah, I only have like a couple bottles.
Okay, I will not take them. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you too.
Do you want to see how bad I injured myself this morning?
What did you do?
I fell down in the bathtub.
Oh god.
It's not funny.
But
Look.
no, it's true.
Yeah.
What the? What? How did you?
I fell backward.
As in like you slipped, or was it because you slipped?
I lost my balance.
Oh,
What is it with these people? I said now and nobody's here.
Oh, the break is over?
Yes.
See, we haven't started yet.
No, it's fine. I mean, I have to do this. That's fine. But I think I'm gonna ask the sections to get some more goodies, because look at this. Oh my God.
How bad? Oh, really?
Do you want
Why? It's just a.
You're not an ESN, you're human too.
Huh?
What do you need? You tried to access my laptop.
Well, just to set up the plenaries.
Whose phone is this? Not me.
I saw you guys. Is it excellent style?
I miss your bars. I miss your 4 hours. My personal Instagram. Just like, what? It's almost there. Yeah, what? I imagine the movie about the thing.
Fuck, c'est quoi, my dad? My dad, when he saw this, he said, like, that's a chef's hat. It's a bonnet. Can I join?
Oh, look at this. 3 minutes. We're 3 minutes down. It's good luck.
I know. Please make your way back to your seats quickly.
But not everyone is sitting anyway.
Please, people, sit down. And without further ado, we will move on to the next point, which is the action plan updates by your VP.
So as you know, we're going to quickly go over the action plan to see what your NBNC has been up to so far regarding to the plan that was presented at BNPII. So first, you might recognize the way we structured it last year. Word document, not very easy to follow. This year we switched to the Excel to track it. It also allows to have pie charts to show how much is done or at what stage. So in general, this is the overview of all things. I don't know the numbers by heart, but 13.3% is not started, which is actually not a lot on the whole action plan, which is very good. Some things we had to postpone or put stuck. That doesn't mean that we will not finish it this year, but at this point where we closed what we were doing for BNPII, that was where we at. 25.3% is finished already, and then we have a lot of continuous tasks. Those are at almost 15%, and we're working on 40% of what actively working on 40%. So, organizational structure. So every time you know the different bits of the action plan, we give a pie chart per bit, but also the overview of what has actually been going on. So organizational structure, we're almost at half of it finished, a little bit postponed, but in detail. I know it's not very readable maybe, but the overview of it, like to ensure that ESN Belgium is working in according with the legal duties, etc. Mostly it's finished or working on it in general, statutes and standing orders. I think the code of conduct is what we've covered yesterday, so that's why we're working on it. The deadlines, we've also added, I don't know how the pointer works, but the updates on what we actually did for it. So for example, on the provided clear and accessible information to sections on their rights and duties, you had a session at BNPII in the advanced track. You have the mail obligations for a section and the other reminders. So we tried to put some examples of what we actually did to make it more tangible for you as well, to know what do they say. This is a yes, we did this for. And if I want information, you can go back to a slide of course. Then also part of the organizational structure, we have postponed to create and provide a task description on structure of each committee and body for now, because we wanted to get it done by BNPII, but we are focusing on other things. Plus it's B, for those who remember, B is not the one that is very urgent for us to comply with. But then a good one, we launched the open calls for the committees. HR, HR shows that it's finished, working on it, our parts are not started. I don't know how much in detail you all want me to go, but we gave examples. For example, we had our first team building, the second one is scheduled, so that one technically can go to finish in a couple of weeks. Lots of the working on it is, I think, finalizing in some stages. So we gave some updates, for example, the sessions, quality assurance, the catch-up sessions that were optional have been offered, and the sessions, which are mandatory, will be shared with you soon. And then update and organize a common drive to contain relevant information. It's part as well of the drive in general, which is something that we will get back to. And yeah, the open call for alumni and advisory boards. You've seen the advisory board here. They're not in the room now, but they exist. Event management. Yeah, this has more colors to it, but we're stuck on some parts, working on it. Some are continuous, but a lot is finished as well. So one national event. Yeah, we had a trip to Lisbon. Then I'm not sure. Well, at least when I invite one external partner to facilitate a workshop at a national platform. Well, today that's actually going to be finished because the people from the IRO will come to do a workshop, as we mentioned before. Education and advocacy, a lot of continuous tasks and working on a lot of it, of course. So I'm not going to go in detail on all of it. We will share the Excel so you can read up on what is exactly happening, because we have written a lot on these parts. But encourage sections to provide their best practices. We have workshops, presentations, because that was mentioned yesterday as well. The share webinar links with sections or consider survey to evil existing knowledge. So, whoops. And then the conference with VVS. Well, the date in the original action plan is on the 25th, but as we've mentioned just before, it's 28th. Then some other examples of what we're working on are continuous tasks, projects and activities, again, a mix of all the options that we have. So ensure the causes are reflected in projects and events. It was done for the little trip. And then link the causes to its respective, link the project to the respective causes is actually continuous tasks. So at the end, when you get the final report of the action plan, it will be finished. Finance and partnerships, you also had the updates about those things as well. I think one of the most interesting ones that we've highlighted is the possibility to look into grants. So there was some research done by Cam and Adelina, especially, I think. So we're working on it and we're trying to find opportunities for RNO. And then consult with the sections which partnership opportunities they consider relevant. Remarked this as finished, but as always, you can go to AMI if you have more ideas for national partners. And to increase the visibility and credibility by associating with strong, diverse organizations which fit with ESN values. So connect with strong organizations to develop win-wins is something that AMI is working on. I think it can also go on continuous for you. Then communication and IT. Most of what is in the communication tasks is continuous, as you will see, because sometimes we're doubting, is something working on it or continuous, and that's something that has translated throughout the whole thing. So to ensure that all relevant documents are uploaded on Belgian Drive, that's something that we do on a daily basis. I don't know which one I would highlight. Create a close group to share informational stories. We have postponed it. We would have loved to have a best friend story, I think. An idea that has been put a lot of times. But that was it.
Thank you very much. It is now time for questions. So, as always, write it down, name in sections, ask away. Is anyone writing a question? No one?
Just right there. Ask me a question. Just so we're sure, because I saw some heads nodding, but I don't know if it was for that.
Raise your hand if you're considering asking a question or comment. Well, in that case, I propose to close the speakers list. Does anyone oppose? No? Great. But you can still come and talk to Fien afterwards if you just came up with a question. Thank you very much. Moving on now to the workshops.
How do we do it?
Oh, is Benjamin here? Okay, if someone can go fetch him, we're gonna start. So we're quickly gonna go over what each workshop is gonna be. And then we're gonna see how many people are interested in which workshop and see which rooms we should take for each. Just so you're aware, if you're more than one in your section, please try to divide into the different workshops so you can take some notes and bring the knowledge back home. So I don't want to see everyone from the same section in only one workshop. Thank you very much. So my workshop has been done last year and the year before, so if you've already been to it, it's going to be kind of the same. But if you haven't, it's a really great one. We're going to discuss what approaches can we take to organize larger events compared to the size of your section, of course. The different things to take in consideration, how to build a budget that is safe, also what communication strategy you should take, and so on and so forth.
So my workshop, Communication Within a Team, basically it already states what it's going to be about, but we're going to talk about different aspects of communication and how to connect with each other to have effective communication within your team.
Otherwise, for Benjamin's workshop, it's a first aid training. He got mannequins and whatever, so he's going to explain all the procedures that are life-saving and make you practice on them, so you're ready for your events in case anything happens. He's also a Red Cross certified and whatever, so he's really good with that, and it's going to be amazing and maybe life-saving workshop. So yes, can by a show of hand, can you raise your hand if you're gonna go to my workshop, so how to organize larger events? Who's interested in Sankara's workshop, communication within a team? Raise it higher, please. And who's interested in the first aid training? Okay.
Sankara, I did the presentation, or do you need the tables like in the workshop room? So it's better that you're in the workshop room.
Okay, so I think that both Sankara's workshops of communication within a team and first aid training are going to be in the workshop area. For those of you who were in the shape track, that's the same place. So we're going to take you there. And for the how to organize larger events, so my workshop, we're going to stay here.
Should we already start moving even if Benjamin is not here right now?
Okay, you can already start moving.
1 hour.
What?
You have 1 hour.
And we are going to try to get Benjamin over there. Oh, he's right there. Perfect.
So you have 1 hour. Please be back in this room, sitting quiet by 1:30. 1 hour.
If you need the computer, let me know.
How many are you? It might be useful because I'm also discussing how to actually make a budget that for that event, how to have an OC that the event team working on it. But if no one's interested or doesn't feel like it, yeah, whatever you prefer.
Can I ask everyone who's staying from my workshop to move more up front, please? I don't want to see anyone in the back for now. Thank you.
Why did he? I need to.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him.
Okay, can you come a bit more forward, even, Keys?
How do I look very empty?
It's just for the picture, so it doesn't look too empty. Otherwise, I'm just gonna plug in my computer. Actually, tired of waiting for.
We will find out.
Okay, I can grab the mic if I find it here. Okay, hello everyone. Oh wait, I just need a clicker. Oh. Hello, okay, perfect. So we're going to discuss a bit more about how to organize larger events. I just want to make it clear that of course a large event for Ghent is not going to be the same thing as a large event for Geel, and you have to do with what you have and the number of participants and people you can do, but all those tips can be applied to any type of presentation. So first, I want to hear a bit about you, so I'm going to make you talk. If you don't talk, we're just going to sit here in silence forever. I want to hear a bit about what was your biggest event, how many people was it for you and your section, did you break even, lose or make money, how long did it take to organize it, how many people worked on it, and did it succeed, fail, somewhat failed, whatever you want to say. So I'm listening. Yes, go ahead. Thank you.
In the Netherlands, we organized a beer cantus on the national level. So we invited all international students to come. Eventually around 60 people came from 5 sections. We have 16 in total, so it was kind of disappointing turnout. But we broke even, and we only used around, I think, 20% of our budget. And it took us 2 months to organize it, and we worked with 4 people in our committee.
Thank you for sharing. Anyone else? I'm just gonna, yeah.
We had our 35 years gala last year. I think we ended up having like around 300 students there. And we did lose money on it, but it was intentional. We were planning on losing money on it because it wasn't like a big celebration for 35 years. We allowed ourselves to make a loss.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Otherwise, I'm just gonna design someone.
Which section are you again?
Yeah.
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 Okay, someone from the second row there.
Which one you want? So we organized twice Euphoria party, and it was.
Yeah, like it was like more than profit like of what we expected.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, it took like 4 or 5 people to organize like the fourth party, but then like the whole team was there to help the whole party.
Thank you. Anyone else? Someone from that's ULB, and then I'm not sure ULB also maybe.
did a bingo night, and we had like 150 participants, and we did make some profits, so it was great. Took a lot of organization, like the day of the event, like printing papers and so on. But I think it was a success for the Erasmus students, so it's great.
Thank you. One of you three, I haven't heard anything. Do you have anything to share?
Yeah, but it was not from just ESN service, it was the BU who organized this. It was the welcome party this year. We had like around 500 people come. Yeah, it was really big. We made money, but it took a long time to organize, and after we still have some stuff that we are not close for this event. I think it was a big success for the student, even if we had some things that doesn't really work, but we